There we go. Hello, everyone. I'm Grant Fluff from Fletcher Sports Zone. Welcome back to another Sportscaster. And tonight we have the 2021 Busch Classic here at Daytona, the technically first NASCAR race of the season. I will be broadcasting the Daytona 500 on Sunday, but as for now, we'll commentate the Busch Classic. There wasn't really any hockey or basketball game we wanted to commentate tonight, so we'll go have some fun. We'll go commentate some NASCAR. Of course, this is the first race since November, so please, if I'm a little bit rusty, please give me some credit. Good thing I actually am calling this race, so I will be all ready to go for Sunday. Hopefully, this gets me back in the racing mood, as I'm sure. Hope you are ready for the NASCAR season as well. We'll see what Chase Elliott can do, the reigning defending champion. And it looks like tonight we have Jamie McMurray coming out of retirement for just this week, which is certainly interesting. Anyway, we are ready to get this race underway. So it looks like Ryan Blaney is starting on the pole. Of course, you can watch this race live on FS1. And yeah, there's Kyle Busch. He's starting 16th. He won the 2012 Clash. Of course, Busch, he only won one race last year, so he's going to have to certainly improve on that. Of course, after winning the championship in 2019, he only won one race last season, like I mentioned. So we'll have to see what the 18 Toyota Camry can do. Now, Regan Smith, he's a former driver. Let's see who he's talking about. He's going to talk about Ty Dillon starting 14th. This is his first career Clash race, and that's probably because he won last year, and he is racing in the 23 Ty Dillon. Or no, excuse me, it was Austin Dillon who won last year. Ty Dillon did not win a race last year, but he's getting a Busch start, so that's pretty cool. And there's Bubba Wallace sitting tonight's race out. However, he will be joining his new crew chief and I guess car crew members. Of course, the brand new Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin. Of course, the new partnership there, the new NASCAR group. We'll see what happens here tonight. It looks like Alex Bowman is up front with Ryan Blaney. Seeing Alex Bowman in that number 48. It doesn't feel right not seeing Jimmy Johnson. I will say that since I've been NASCAR fan since roughly 2009, 2010. I'm just so used to seeing Jimmy Johnson in that 48. And it's Alex Bowman now, and which Bowman is a pretty good young driver. But we'll see what happens. Also, this is the road course, by the way, if you were wondering. You're not have the actual Daytona 500. This will just be the road course. It looks like we are heading off into turn 3. We are ready to get this race going. It looked like Hamlin and Keselowski is in the second row. I know Eric Almirola was starting in last place in row 11, but then I believe Chase Elliott got kicked out to the rear, and he did due to unapproved adjustments. And you know what's ironic about Chase Elliott? He finished 7th 3 times at the Classic here, so we'll have to see if we can change that luck around here tonight. He is starting 7th, or was starting 7th, I guess I should say, before being kicked back to the rear. And we are ready to get the green flag out for the first time since mid-November. This is exciting. And boy, Daytona is going to be a lot of fun on Sunday too. But at the Busch Classic now is 35 laps, 126 miles. There's a competition caution at lap 15. Pit road speed 45 miles an hour, and the fuel window will last 20 to 22 laps. I know we're taking 35 laps. This race is going to be over in a heartbeat. It is a road course. Keep that in mind. This race will at least last an hour with all the cautions and so on. Blaney will kick things off, and we are kind of underway for the season as Blaney will take the lead first and going in on the way inside. Looking like that was Tyler Reddick, 3 wide. My goodness, it was 3 wide for a moment. Blaney gets the quick upper leg here. Well, Blaney has to slow down, and now here's Denny Hamlin trying to pass him on the outside. As we'll continue on, William Byron in his brand new looking 24 here tonight. Now Blaney will take off down the, road course part of the back straightaway. Reddick now trying to go in on the inside on Bowman, and Denny Hamlin right up Ryan Blaney's rear. We'll try to pass him on the outside here as they will make the turn into turn 3. And it is now Denny Hamlin who's in the lead as they head onto the track. Now Hamlin trying to pull away some distance. And right now it's pretty much Hamlin and Blaney. They have had the best opening lap thus far. As now we have Alex Bowman and Tyler Reddick going at it side by side. Now Reddick's going to make the pass on the inside. Now they get to turn back in. Here's Hamlin. Reddick, my pick to win this race, is in third. We'll see how the second-year stud can do. He got a lot of top 10 finishes. I think even a couple top 5 finishes last year. I'm a big fan of Tyler Reddick. As now Joey Logano goes in on the inside, trying to block off Kyle Busch. Hamlin really starting to increase his lead as we go through this road course here. And we will now head into turn 4, in which Blaney will keep second place over Bowman, at least for the moment. So that's what I mean. There's 35 laps, but it looks like each lap is going to take about 3 minutes. And not to mention there is competition caution. There'll probably be a crash or two. Don't let the 35 laps fool you. This race will at least be about roughly an hour and a half. I don't think it'll be that long, but be long enough. I mean, I think a 75 lap race on this track is about like 2.5. So we'll see. Anyway, look like Bowman is catching up to, oh no, that's Byron closing the gap against Bowman there. And now Alex Bowman will break free momentarily, as now Blaney will lead the turns heading off. Of course, Hamlin well ahead in first. Remember, the pit fuel window is about 20 to 22 laps, so certainly got to keep that in mind as we go on here. Kurt Busch going to block off Martin Truex Jr. here just to keep his 12th place spot. And now you have a battle for 8th between Joey Logano and Kyle Busch down the back straightaway. It looks like Logano looking to catch up to Matthew DiBenedetto there, but he's going to shut the door on Logano. So now we head off into turn 3. Looks like cars getting pretty separated here. Keselowski all by his lonesome in 6th. And here's Busch wanting to make that pass on the inside, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to do it. And now we'll take a look again here on the replay, as it looked like Logano may have ran over like a speed bump, I guess what you would call that. Yeah, it looked like he ran something over, and that cost him a couple of positions. He was going at it hood to hood with his teammate Brad Keselowski, but ultimately I hit it, and now Logano is battling 8th place with Kyle Busch right now, and Busch trying to go in on the outside. Logano, of course, 13th year in the Cup Series. At only age 30, he'll be racing for at least 7 to 8 years, if not longer. Anyway, here's Hamlin. He'll make the turn around. Blaney following. It looked like Reddick was about to go in on the outside of Bowman, but now William Byron kind of gains a little position back. Now here's Kevin Harvick. He's currently in 17th. He won the most races last year, Harvick. He had one more than Denny Hamlin. And there's Eric Jones now in the 43. Remember, some of these drivers have gone flipped around. Eric Jones, he has 2 career wins. 2018, back here in Daytona, that was the July race, in the 2019 Southern 500. That was a night race, if I remember correctly. So, yeah. Hey, that's cool that Eric Jones is moving from the 20 to the 43. That is certainly interesting. All right, we will continue on here. Dillon gets shoved back down from 14th to 16th. I think that's Chris Buescher. This might be his first class race. Oh, and Harvick's in the grass. Are we going to get caution? No, we're not. So Harvick bumps down to 21st. Remember, the regular pack is 40 drivers. You only have half the pack here at 21. Pretty much the 21 best drivers from last year get to compete in this, besides Bubba Wallace. He's sending this one out. But take a look again on the replay. And it looked like Harvick, he just ran over a speed bump, and then into the grass he went. He was able to save it. Luckily, no cars were able to run into him, but ultimately he was stuck for a few seconds, then got going, but he is now in way last place, and he could potentially be your first lap down car of the race, as he has to catch up to Austin Dillon, who is in 20th. Here's Hamlin. The turn up ahead. Blaney's still pretty far behind, I'd say about near a second at this point. William Byron's another driver who it looks like is struggling with the track here, as we'll head into commercial break. We're in lap 4 at 35. This is exciting. What's up, Drew? Thanks for stopping by. First NASCAR race of the season. Get amped. I don't know. I'm getting pretty excited. Who's Hamilton? Yeah, Denny Hamlin's in the lead. Yep. And then I guess my driver to win it this year would be Ryan Blaney. He's currently in second. I don't know. Let's see what happens. I really want Blaney to win a championship. Maybe not this year, but within the next 2 to 3 years. I don't know. I'm a Ryan Blaney guy, and a lot of people on social media are like, dude, he's not going to win more than 2 races this year. But I'm like, you watch. Because last year, if it wasn't for any last-second cautions or his crew chief calling for pits, he would have won like 4 or 5 races last year. Lewis Hamilton, he is not a driver based off of what I know of. He is not racing tonight. The name doesn't even sound that familiar. Yeah, I only got 21 cars tonight. 42 car race will be on Sunday, obviously, for Daytona, which I'll be broadcasting here live on YouTube, as well with my bud TJ Chamberlain. So maybe it's F1, maybe. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with the F1. I'm just pretty familiar with like the NASCAR and like expanding the truck series. Pretty much like inside the NASCAR is what I'm familiar with. Other than that, don't really pay much attention to the other leagues, racing leagues, that is. Well, yeah, currently in commercial break. And, the good thing is, I guess, with the commercial breaks is that they're only going to be able to complete like 1 lap. So I guess that's not bad with this Daytona setup. I mean, obviously you can't have 35 laps on the regular Daytona because then the race would only be like 45 minutes. But we'll see what happens here. And in the meantime, I'll obviously during the commercial breaks, I'll keep you updated on any scores. I'll probably read off the sports news during the competition caution. But right now, not a whole lot of games on right now. Pistons are beating the Nets 22-15. And currently in the NHL games, there's 2 games going on right now. Oilers and Senators tied at 1 apiece, and the Red Wings have a 1-0 lead over the Panthers. Oilers Senators is now on NBCSN due to the Capitals Flyers game getting postponed. That's interesting. Anyway, move back forward here to the Ford performance. Ford has actually won the last 9 classes, last 9 Clash races. Bill Elliott was the first to do it in 1987. As Hamlin has so far led all 5 laps heading into, it looks like, the back straightaway part of lap 6. And it looks like Kyle Busch closing on in on the inside against Logano for 7th. And Truex currently at 9th. He started 18th. He's working his way up. Now trying to go on the inside of Logano. Busch makes the pass for 7th place finally after like 3 or 4 laps of trying to pass him. Finally does. And now they will take the turn heading into turn 2. You have to go through all those curves just to get to turn 2. It's ridiculous. I'm not sure why no one really streams on Sportscaster anymore. And look at Truex going in the inside of Logano. Man, Truex stepped on the gas there. Able to make the pass. By the way, Hamlin about a 2.5 lead over Blaney. Yeah, no, I don't know. I felt like, I guess for the moment, YouTube was the better decision to go on right now, if you were wondering as to why no one goes on Sportscaster anymore. I mean, I don't know. I still know quite a bit of people who go on Sportscaster, but for the past, few days, I've just been doing it on YouTube. What's up, TJ? How's it going, my friend? Looks like Matthew Benedetto slowed down, and now he's bumped all the way down to 14th. That's not good for Benedetto. And now it looks like Joey Logano's in the pits getting his tires fixed. Yes, Sam Reese was on our pregame show on Sunday. Yeah, apparently Sportscaster shut down. It's just stuff I don't want to get into because I don't know too much about it. I thought I knew a lot more about than I originally did, but anyway, it looks like Kurt Busch heading in a pit road. I'm trying to explain it the best I could, but yeah. Can't give too much information away based off of what I know. But yes, I can say that will eventually shut down. Anyway, Kurt Busch in his 21st year in Racing League, of course, 2004 champion. He's been a pretty consistent driver throughout his career. I think his last win came in 2019. As it looks like Blaney is closing the gap on Hamlin here after Hamlin had about a 2.5 lead about a couple laps ago. Blaney's starting to close in the gap. And now Cole Custer will block off. Looks like that was Chris Bucher. And now we take a look at Eric Jones's car. He's currently at 9th. Again, his first race in the 43, coming over from the 20. And it looks like now we'll head off into turn 2 and out of the back straightaway. Looks like Hamlin's right now going about 150 plus miles an hour in front. The only Toyota in the top 6 is Hamlin. Then we have Blaney, of course, is a 4th, then 3 straight Chevys, Bowman, Reddick, and Bowman. And then, of course, Brad Keselowski is a Ford in 6th. And then, Kyle Busch, the Toyota, is next in line in 7th. Let's take a look at Kurt Busch's hood camera as he heads off into turn 2 as we head down the back straightaway. Same thing with Martin Truex Jr. Here's Newman. Ryan Newman, first time mentioning his name tonight. Good to see him back out there. By the way, Harvick is no longer in last, by the way, due to the Kurt Busch almost crash and Joey Logano going on pit road. Harvick, despite having the early spin out, is now bumped himself up to 19. He's still 32 seconds behind, but he's getting kind of up there. And then Chase Elliott currently in 14th. Horse has to start from the rear after a couple of failed pre-race inspections, but Elliott will now head off into turn 3. And it looks like now we're going to head into commercial break. Yes, we will. Denny Hamlin, your leader. Don't go anywhere here on YouTube. Because, I'm just going to be saying, giving you guys the scores and stuff. But, again, good news about this track is we'll be giving up about a lap each commercial break. So that's not terrible. We had 31-20 Pistons lead over the Nets, and then the Oilers, Senators 1-1, and then Red Wings being the Panthers 1-0. All right. All right. Appreciate everyone stopping by. Sorry about that. But yeah, though, look like it's 34-24 now. Pistons over the Nets. Still 1-1 between the Oilers and the Sens. Still 1-0 Red Wings over the Panthers. Panthers have been the surprise team in the NHL so far, but if they lose to Detroit, I think that's going to lose some of their credibility. So that's not great. And then at 8:30 for the NHL games, we have Lightning and Predators and Blackhawks Stars. And then at 10, we have Jets, Flames, Ducks, Gold Knights, and then Sharks and Kings. Then tomorrow will be the Power Skate show, so that'll be a lot of fun. Get to talk about hockey all day then, and then, or I guess from 7:15 to 8:15. And then Thursday, I don't really know what game I have in mind for Thursday yet. I don't know. I might actually do an NBA broadcast Thursday, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, I wouldn't mind doing Celtics and Raptors on Thursday, and then on Friday, I'll probably end up doing the Rangers and Bruins game. Looks like it anyway. And now it looks like, as we come back from commercial break, there's now a Talladega Truck on the track. So I don't know if we hit our competition caution. Actually, we may have. That was lap 15, but I could be wrong on that. So let's see what happens here. As I love the aerial sky cam, but I like to see what happens. So it looked like Blaney really closed in on the lead against Hamlin. My goodness. And then it looked like what happened here? It looks like someone was turning off the back straightaway, hanging to turn 3, and yeah, now we have a caution out. It didn't look like there was a crash, so I guess this must be the competition caution. As now Hamlin will head off into pit road first. So Brad Keselowski and Eric Jones and Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr., among others. And now here's Hamlin getting his tires fixed. Kyle Busch getting a fresh pair of tires. Same thing with Denny Hamlin. All right. And then we're going back to commercial break after the pit stops. All right. Yeah, look like Eric Jones getting new tires. Busch, Hamlin, Keselowski. Looked like the majority of the pack was. So this is where I guess you could see guys like Kevin Harvick, like who are in 18th place, shoot all the way up to like 4th now. I guess you can kind of see that happening. Oh, there they go. The Panthers tied it at 1 finally. We'll actually take a look at your goal scores. Philip Zadina for the Red Wings, and then Alexander Wenberg scored for the Panthers to tie. And then your Oilers Senators goal scores for Senators, it's Connor Brown. Oilers, it's Darnell Nurse. And then, those are currently the only NHL games going on right now. And I guess we can give you a little Pistons Nets recap. I mean, it's very surprising that Brooklyn's losing to Detroit, for crying out loud. Jameer Grant has 13 points for the Pistons. Dion Wright has 3 rebounds. Madison Plumlee, former Nugget, has 4 rebounds. James Harden leads the Nets with 8 points and 3 assists. And DeAndre Jordan leads the Nets with 3 rebounds. Okay. End of 1, Pistons up by 12. Ugh. I was expecting much better. All right. Still got a couple commercial breaks to go. All right, so it looks like we're coming back from that pit stop. Currently now on lap 10 of 35. Well, for averaging like 10 to 11 laps a half an hour. That's interesting. This race is going to go by pretty long, eh? At least an hour and a half. I mean, I don't know why you just don't do 100 laps on regular Daytona. Like, I don't know why you have to do the road course, but that's beyond me. We go back to green here, and Ryan Blaney is back in front with Bowman, Reddick, Bowman, Buescher, Hamlin, Truex, Keselowski, Jones, and Cole Custer. your top 10. Did I read that quick enough? Hopefully I did. Blaney takes the weigh-in side, and he gets shoved back down to 6. My goodness, and Harvick's off the track into the grass. Harvick's car is getting pushed around left and right, and now it is Tyler Reddick in the lead. There is no caution. And poor Harvick, he's back down to 15th. Tyler Reddick, the second-year sensation, now in the lead. That's going to be his nickname for this year. I'm calling Tyler Reddick the rookie-year sensation, or the second-year sensation, because he has the potential to be the next up-and-coming great NASCAR driver based off of last season showed. And then Brad Keselowski pretty close behind in second. Denny Hamlin recaptures third from Alex Bowman. Now here is Newman trying to go in on the inside, and he's going to pass DiBenedetto. I'm getting better at it. I used to call him Matthew DiBenedetto or something, which is obviously, that's even more incorrect than me just trying to pronounce it slowly. So 3 wide, though, hanging to turn 3, my goodness. Or actually hanging to turn 2, now we're heading down the back straightaway. And we were 3 wide for a split second. It was Newman, Dillon, and Matt D. All right. Reddick trying to close the door on Keselowski. And then Blaney also trying going on the outside there. Keselowski going on the inside here. Trying to make the pass. Reddick cuts ahead of him. Hanging to turn 4. Here comes Keselowski side by side. And it's going to be look like Reddick. And now Keselowski officially makes the pass. But yeah, that was entertaining. That was grinding it out side by side for the lead there on lap 12. Oh, no, now Reddick shuffled back in the third. Good pass from Denny Hamlin. And now on the pass on the outside is Martin Truex Jr. All right. Here's Hamlin. Hamlin trying going on the inside on Keselowski for the lead. Right, Keselowski won what? 3 races last year? There was a 6-hour one, I think, at the Coca-Cola 600, in which he won, and the race didn't end until midnight because of a rain delay. But yeah, that was one of the more fun NASCAR races I broadcast last year. It was when Keselowski won at the Coca-Cola 600, and yeah, the race went to like 12:05 in the morning. But I didn't care because it was an entertaining race. I think it went to a green-white checkered, and Keselowski was just able to edge out with the victory. I don't know. I'm a big fan of Brad Keselowski. I got to put my Keselowski stand-up back up. Of course, if you watch me on Sportscast, you would know I have a Keselowski stand-up. So yeah, I'll definitely have to get that up and ready for Daytona without a question. Anyway, here's Hamlin trying to go in on the inside. Keselowski blocks him off. As now they head into turn 3. And now Keselowski remains ahead. All right. Looks like Reddick, who was in first after the restart, he's gotten back down to 4th, and he's pretty far behind Truex, Hamlin, and Keselowski. So here's Hamlin. He can't make the pass on Keselowski just yet. Brad cuts him off, and now here's Hamlin again on the left-hand side, trying to make the pass. All right, so now Hamlin finally makes the pass and is back up ahead. Keselowski trying to pass Truex for second. Truex gets in his way. Hamlin, though, starting to break free as they are tight, hanging down the back straightaway. And here's Truex. Martin Truex Jr. may try and make a move. Hamlin's going to block him off. Now they head into turn 3. Here's Truex. Try going on the inside. Truex really pulled away from Keselowski there. My goodness, Keselowski's already second behind now. Pretty much. Truex closing out on Hamlin. Now Truex right on Hamlin's tail. Hamlin stays in front, and now Keselowski is staying pretty good distance away just in case Truex and Hamlin wipe each other out. He's staying good distance behind in third. You know, am I using to stream? Pretty much YouTube Live at the moment. If you're enjoying these YouTube Live streams, pretty much. But anyway, now on lap 14, so we got 21 laps to go. And there is Erik Jones, who is quietly in 5th, which is interesting. He had 9 top 5 finishes last season and 13 top 10s. He didn't get a win, though. His best finish was in 2nd. He did win the Clash last year, though, so he has had success on this track, which is good. As looks like they're going to head off into turn 2 once they complete this part of the course. It looked like Truex still catching up to Hamlin as they are really closing the gap here. Only 18, now 16 tenths of a second behind Hamlin as they head down the back straightaway. Truex is going to make his move soon. Hamlin so far led 9 of 13 laps. It's pretty much either been Hamlin, Blaney, or Reddick that one lap he led. Oh, and look at this Truex. He's coming off an off year as well, Truex. He's going to go on the inside here. This will be our 5th lead change, and Truex got it. Martin Truex Jr. now in front. Chase Elliott climbing his way up, passing Tyler Reddick on the inside for 4th. Now here's Hamlin. Slow behind. Looks like Elliott this race. He's going to catch up to Keselowski. And now Truex starting to pull away from Hamlin. So there is the first lap lead for Truex. And now 3 cars going into pit road. That is Bowman, Jones, and it looks like Reddick. Yep, Tyler Reddick going in the pits. And he will get, looks like tires. Doesn't look like any gas, which is interesting. You will need gas in about 10 laps, so I don't see why you wouldn't get gas right here. And then kind of lead in a little bit, but whatever. This Truex remains ahead. But yeah, no, the fuel window is only about 25 laps. So, I mean, if you're going to the pits in lap 15, that's fine. I just would have gotten gas. Then at the same time, if you run out with like 2 laps left, maybe not. I don't know. That's why I'm a commentator, not a crew chief. Anyway, Truex, career on road courses. He actually has 4 wins in road courses and 32 starts with 17 top 10s. He's been pretty successful in road courses, which is awesome. Anyway, Truex still leading, hanging down the back straightaway. And now looks like Bowman. He actually gets a pit stop penalty. Oh, dang, too fast exiting. Yeah, that's going to happen sometimes. The rust is still on some of these drivers, and you'll definitely get some legal pit road penalties early on for sure. Unfortunately, that's the way how it is. Anyway, Newman trying to close the gap on William Byron for the 10th spot. As Truex continues to lead here, heading into lap 16. Look like Chase Elliott's going for a pit stop. which is certainly interesting. Let's see if he gets gassier. Come on, I would get gassier. Looks like Kurt Busch is going to join him. Same with Austin Dillon. Right now, bumped down to 19th, 46 seconds behind the leader. Good gracious. Need caution and then some to get anywhere to near he was like 5 laps ago. And yeah, no, just 2 tires for Elliott. No gas. Blaney's got to head into the pits. Let's see what Blaney gets. Looks like Blaney's just getting 2 tires. Oh, no, he's getting 4. Never mind, he's getting 4. But again, no gas. Why would you not take gas here if your window's going to run out? Well, I guess Blaney makes sense because he did go for gas on the competition caution. So I guess that makes sense why guys like Blaney or Hamlin wouldn't. But it doesn't make sense why guys like Chase Elliott or Tyler Reddick just didn't get gas when they were there. They had the perfect chance to. Anyway, Truex still, his lead is now pretty much massive at this point. Going on in on the inside is Ty Dillon to pass Byron for 10th. But hey, you guys like William Byron's new paint scheme? I like it. It looks good. A lot of people don't because it looks way too familiar, like the 90s Jeff Gordon car, but yeah. All right, we have a caution out here that this is the competition caution. So I think the first caution was the Harvick crash, and then this is now our competition caution. We're halfway through, pretty much. Mark Truex Jr., your leader. We've had about 6 lead changes, so that's cool. It's been a good race so far. And we've only had, this is only our second caution. We're always going to have competition cautions. I think competition cautions are just such a waste of time for NASCAR, if I'm being honest. Oh, I get it. You get to check out the car. You get to, you have to run for 20 laps, check out the car, make any final adjustments, and then go racing the rest of the afternoon. I get that, but at the same time, it's just, I think the only reason why they incorporated that in was because of the whole staging system, because I liked it back when I was younger until 16 when they started this point rule. Just let them race throughout. Just even if it's 300 laps, get rid of 200 laps caution free if you can. I liked it that way better. Not the stopping every stage and stuff. It's making it more fair and it's making the playoffs more fair, but slows down the momentum of the race is what I guess I'm trying to say. Evan Bouchard got the goal for the Oilers. Yaro Kara with the assist, 2-1 Oilers over the Senators at the first intermission. Don't know why I said that in a very weird voice. And then still Red Wings and Panthers 1-1 first intermission. And yeah, I got some hockey games on starting for about 40 minutes. And then for the NBA, got some other games on now. The Heat are beating the Knicks 11-6, and the Pelicans beating the Rockets 14-10. Pistons are beating the Nets 55-44. The Warriors and Spurs don't play until 8:30. Celtics Jazz at 10. Magic Trailblazers at 10. And 76ers Kings at 10. Then yeah, maybe I'll do a basketball broadcast on Thursday, which will be Celtics Raptors, which, if I'm not mistaken, starts at 7:30. Yes, it does. 7:30 Eastern Time. I'm on the hockey broadcast on YouTube, and then you got NASCAR, so we'll do a basketball one. And then I'm thinking because I have February break next week, I'm thinking I will be doing a couple of MLB throwback games because, of course, if you didn't know, on Sportscaster, I would do throwback games during the offseason. For the NFL, maybe not now because the Super Bowl, just happened Sunday, but probably when I have April break for school, I'll do a couple of NFL throwback games. And I'll commentate games from really any variety, really from the 80s to, for it to be a throwback, it'd have to be 2015 or something. But pretty much anywhere between the range of Super Bowl 10 to Super Bowl 50, or I guess at this point now, Super Bowl 51, go crazy if you want. Please give me any really games from any league, really. The MLB, NHL, NBA, NFL, even NASCAR throwbacks. If you guys want me to commentate a certain game, if I haven't done it on Sportscaster already, I'll commentate it. If I did it on Sportscaster right then, I don't know. I'll probably be kind of against it. I already did it, but if you guys have any throwback games in mind, let me know. Because especially during the summer and stuff, where all we're going to have is baseball, like I'm going to be doing a lot of throwbacks during the summer. I'll probably commentate playoff series during the summer. That's a board I got. I know last summer I did the whole 2013 World Series, the Red Sox and the Cardinals, so go for it, I guess. But take a look at Martin Truex Jr. He's in the lead, and it looked like he's going to stay out, which is kind of crazy. Although it looked like Hamlin went in for the pits. All right. So now lap 17 to 35. This race should end in like 40 minutes or so, caution free. This looks like a bunch of cars are heading into pit road now. Truex, Hamlin, Keselowski, and Busch. The main four here. Truex will get into his pit box. Keselowski already getting his left side done. Now onto his right side tires. Keselowski's off. Hamlin's off. Truex working on his left side. Dillon, Hamlin, man, it looked like Truex ran into some trouble. This pit stop's going quite long. And it's going to be Kurt Busch who wins the race off the pit road. Same thing with Austin Dillon. Blaney moves up 14 spots. And it looks like a car was smoking coming out of his pit box. Oh, no, Reddick. Oh, man, Reddick. Ouch, he left his pit box. That might be a penalty. That'll actually probably most certainly be a penalty. That sucks for Reddick. He was having a pretty good night, honestly. I wonder how he missed his pit box. Maybe he was speeding or something. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, yeah, we're back to commercial break. Oops, sorry for touching my stand. All right. All right. All right. All right. Hold on. Let me just put this up on my Twitter. Why not? I think that would be ideal, wouldn't it? I get some more viewers in here. All right. So commercial break, yeah, we are. These commercial breaks are driving me up a wall. These commercial breaks are going by long, though. That's the problem with the road courses. These commercial breaks take forever. That's the problem with road courses. Pistons up 57 to 48 over the Nets. The Heat are beating the Knicks 23 to 17. And the Pelicans beating the Rockets 16-12. And then for the NHL, scores stay the same: 2-1 Oilers over the Sens, and still 1-1 Red Wings and Panthers. All right, well, we've head back from that. Shouldn't have been as long commercial as it was if it was a normal track, but looked like Eric Almirola was having some problems. So was Reddick. So that's interesting. Move my stand here. I hate for it to keep on bouncing up and down. There we go. Hopefully that's a little bit better. But, yeah, it looked like Almirola ran into some trouble. He's now in 20th, and Reddick will stay at 19. As Reddick, yeah, it looked like he was ready to go. Oh, and then what? Did something break down? The car? Oh, no. I don't know why Reddick stopped there. Oh, my goodness, look at this. Ty Dillon and Kurt Busch. Look like they're about to bang into each other. They are the leading men. Hanging a lap 19. We are now back underway with Kurt Busch losing his tire. Wow. Now, Kurt Busch going to save it, or he'll try to. Isaac, I didn't say anything to Drew. I said to TJ, but I didn't say anything to Drew. Anyway, Hamlin now in the lead. Yeah, no, it looked like Kurt Busch lost his steering and then went forward. Saved it, luckily, but that was not good. All right. Hamlin's still in front. Blaney back in second. 56 seconds, or 56 tenths of a second behind. He was 56 seconds behind. That would be terrible. Considering Kurt Busch is in last, only 10 seconds behind, and now Busch is going to have to find his way through. Kyle Busch. All right, so now it looks like Kyle Busch going on in on the inside on Dillon. Busch now cuts ahead of Dillon. 15 laps to go. As you take a look at the Fox Sky Cam, or the drone cam, rather. Hamlin's still ahead of Blaney now by a second and a half. Busch. No, cut off Dillon. Cole Custer trying to gain momentum. Now here's Blaney cutting off Logano. Now Ryan Newman crawling at 10th place now. What happened to him? Did something in his engine break? Looked like he really slowed down for a brief second. His highest has been 4th place. His lowest has been 18th. I think that's where he started, and he's currently in 10th. And we're still ahead now by a full second ahead of Blaney. Looked like Newman. Yeah, he was ready to spin out after he ran over a curb, and he almost took out Matthew Benedetto. He almost took him out, unfortunately. Luckily, he didn't, but yeah, and then we'll take a look at Newman. The guaranteed rate in-car cam. He was in a pretty good spot, but now Newman, where is he now? He's in 16th, 10 seconds behind Hamlin for the lead. That's not great. Hamlin, by the way, has led 12 of 20 laps. Currently on lap 21. And Blaney is pulled in within under a second for a brief moment. Look at Chris Buescher almost hit the wall. And yeah, it looked like Cole Custer hang off into turn 3. It looked like his tire kind of slowed down for a sec. Now that let both Buescher and Keselowski both pass him. Now we'll take a look at Buescher. His tire kind of got loose as he tried to get underneath Austin Dillon. My goodness. Hamlin now still going strong. Yeah, it looks like Cole Custer's stuck. I wonder what happened with Custer. He was currently sitting in 6th. His engine died. He missed the turn. I don't know what happened there, but now Custer is bumped all the way down to 16th, now in last. I don't know what happened to Custer. Maybe his engine blew or something. I'm not entirely sure. All right. Hamlin's still now about a roughly 2-second lead now over Blaney, man. It seems like whenever they're on the actual straightaway, Blaney catches up, but then when they go back to this obstacle course, they just fall, way behind again. And now we have our third caution. Why is that? Yes, we'll soon find out. It didn't look like we had a crash or anything. Unless we're actually going to see here on the replay, Cole Custer currently in 7th. It looked like something got caught underneath his tire. And that's going to cause the caution. Oh, yeah, now the car's currently smoking. Yep, that's definitely the reason to cause the caution. Oh, man, now his side's on fire. Uh-oh. Got to get Custer out of there quick. Of course, won last year in Kentucky. The only rookie to win last year, and his car is flaming. Yeah, he tried to force a turn. He missed the turn, and then he forced and then when he turned his car back to the left-hand side, it kind of messed up the axles, I think, and that's what made him continue to go forward and eventually stop. And now it was fire underneath the car, and now there is smoke. Is Custer out of the car is the question. I don't think he is, but I think at this point it's better off to stay put. Of course, you are in that fire suit, and there they go. Now they're gonna make sure they'll kill that. This is the AMR safety team. Yeah, they're gonna make sure they put the fire extinguisher all over that thing and make sure that Custer is all right. But yeah, you can kind of see it. I mean, his car was stopped for about a minute, and then his underneath it started catching on fire a little bit. So that's a little unfortunate. But, Custer, I mean, he started off well. He was struggling pretty much the second half of this race, but still obviously stinks that this will most likely finish as a as a DNF did not finish, so that's kind of unfortunate. So he might just be in last for the rest of the race because his car might have to be taken to the garage. As you know, we've seen a couple of wrecks so far. Harvick, Busch, they've all managed to stay alive and at least have a shot at finishing this race. Unfortunately for Custer, looks like his axles got in the way, and so he couldn't really move. He was just kind of stuck in one spot, which is pretty unfortunate for him. Anyway, the Red Wings and Panthers now 1-1 in the second period, and right now the Oilers-Senators game has been delayed. That is interesting. Yeah, that is crazy. That Oilers-Senators game is now in delay. Man, hopefully everything's all right there in Ottawa. I guess we could actually research that now after the NBA scores. Pistons beating the Nets 63-54 at the half. Heat beating the Knicks 27-25 at the end of the first. And then the Rockets beating the Pelicans 23-20 with roughly a minute and a half to go there. All right. So they're going to clean off Custer's car. So here in commercial break, yeah, they're gonna have to take a couple minutes to get Custer's car off the track because that was literally stuck in the middle of the track. Like that was literally stuck in the middle. Like they're gonna have to get that tow truck and pull it out all the way to pit road, which is into like the far left hand side of the track. So that'll be a couple minutes. So this commercial break, I ain't shocked by the I wouldn't be shocked for a long commercial break this time around. Yeah, let me check why that Senators Oilers game has been delayed. That seems weird. Maybe some serious injury happened or something. Start of the second period. It was delayed. I don't know why. It doesn't look like there's any snow in Ottawa. I just flipped to the game for a brief moment to see what the delay was for. And I had no idea. I don't. It looks like now they're going on their usual way. That's weird. Why did the Senators game get delayed? That's weird. Anyway, there's 13 laps to go, and we head back from commercial break. Yeah, it even says on the thing it was delayed. That's wild. I don't know why. Same mistake did for the intermission? I couldn't tell you. Anyway, William Byron's still racing with a broken left tire. William Byron, look at this. He's still fighting through bad tires and all. Byron's another one who's gotten banged up quite a bit. It was Busch, Harvick, and Byron. Shockingly, those are the bottom three cars, but yeah, Custer is currently in last place. He's probably going to finish in last. Let's be real. I don't see him coming back tonight. Now, his car will go around. So we have Hamlin and Blaney, the top two, along with Kyle Busch in third. Although it looked like, based off where the cars are placed, it doesn't look like Blaney's in second. By the way, Blaney actually has the fastest lap in this entire race, 111 miles an hour and 9/10 of a second. The Truex just 7/10 of a second behind him. Same thing with Hamlin. 0.8 of a second behind Blaney. Oh, and there they go. Now they're going to have Byron switch his tire. I was confused. I'm like, are they going to actually have Byron race with a bad tire? But no, they aren't. Now they're sending him to the pits. And we're heading back to a commercial break. Yeah, just had flat. He was able to ride through it, but yeah, no way he could continue with that. We'll have back to commercial break, and it looks like we're going to have about 11 laps to go probably by the time we get this race back up and going. So yeah, I would imagine we would have about 11 to 6 laps left, have the commercial break for the 5th lap, and then have the final 4 live. So yeah, this race should be over by, barring a lot of cautions, 8:45 or so, if not a little bit earlier than that, 8:40. We'll see. Actually, yeah, no, 8:45 would be more accurate because if there's 11 laps left, they take about 3 minutes a lap. So, again, why you wouldn't just do a 100-lap sprint shoot on Daytona, I have no idea, but that is what it is there. All right. I guess while we're at it, we can go into the sports news now. So there was a few games, there was a few things that happened today. The Mets signed second baseman Jonathan Villar to a 1-year, $3.55 million deal. Former NFL head coach for the Browns, Chiefs football team, and Chargers, Maury Schottenheimer, passed away at 77 after his battle with Alzheimer's disease. Former NHL center Ralph Backstrom has passed away at age 83. He won 6 Stanley Cups with the Canadiens and won the Calder Cup in 58-59. Oilers right winger Zach Kassian is out week to week with an upper body injury. Timberwolves point guard / shooting guard Malik Beasley will serve 120 days for weaponry conviction that was placed back in October. However, his suspension will not start till after the NBA season. That is wild, and that's wrong. You should suspend him during the season. I hate to say it, but it kind of giving him a slap on the wrist there. He served that penalty back in October. Why are you going to wait until July to finish it? That doesn't make any sense. On other news, the Brewers will sign pitcher Jordan Zimmerman to a minor league deal. The Penguins hire former goaltender Ron Hextall as new GM. Minnesota Wild legend and current Columbus Blue Jackets center Mikko Koivu announced his retirement at 37 years old. The Marlins have signed outfielder Adam Duvall to a 1-year, $5 million deal. Giants signed former Dodgers pitcher Jake McGee to a 2-year, $7 million deal. And lastly, NFL quarterback Alex Taney retired after 9 seasons. That was pretty much all the sports news that happened today. Maybe I'll give the sports news one more read as we head into what will probably be our last commercial break. All right. Does look like now we're ready to continue this thing on through. Heading on in with 10 laps to go. Hamlin and Busch, the starting 2 drivers, Blaney, remember when they say he was in second, he's back down to 10th now. William Byron with a tire is now in 20th, and again, Cole Custer out for the remainder of this race. Green flag back out, 10 laps to go, Hamlin in the lead. And we have Austin Dillon in 3rd. That's certainly interesting. Slowski 4, Truex 5th, your top 5 now. Matthew DiBenedetto now crawls into 6th place. Dillon now in 2nd. We can have some bumping and grinding racing here. Now Truex passes Dillon for second. Now Kyle Busch goes in on the inside. Blaney now is back in the top 5. Chase Elliott makes the pass on Ricky Stenhouse Jr. to the left-hand side. And now it looks like Busch trying to go in on the inside on Truex Jr. He blocks him off. Now William Byron gets underneath of Truex. And look at this. Chase Elliott trying to push Matthew DiBenedetto out of the way. Blaney on the inside. Makes the pass on Austin Dillon for 4th. And Blaney's starting to gain a little bit of momentum here, as he now has Kyle Busch ahead of him in 3rd place. This is pretty much anyone's race between the top 6 drivers, as Keselowski almost spun out. He stays alive, though. Now here's Reddick trying to go in there on the inside. Now it's back to Truex and Hamlin as the main 2 guys. Kyle Busch also within a second. Here's Elliott passing Keselowski for 6th on the inside, and he does so. And now Austin Dillon is his next victim. I think Elliott will pass Dillon in a heartbeat. Let's see if that'll happen. They'll head off into turn 4. And we now have 10 laps to go in this one. Feels like sometimes it just looks like these cars are driving in slow motion. That's because they have to go so slow, because they can never really get a good run off these straightaways because you have to immediately take another turn to go on the road course. So Truex ahead of Blaney and Busch, and Blaney and Busch side by side for 3rd place, and Blaney's going to get there. Ryan Blaney is going to pull ahead of Kyle Busch for 3rd, and now Truex in 2nd, although it looks like Hamlin's starting to pull away just a little bit. Truex still in striking distance of Hamlin. Blaney in striking distance of Truex. This is interesting. As we'll head off turn 3, we're closing in with 9 laps to go. And Truex will go on in, and he'll stay in 2nd. Let's take a look at Truex, by the way, on the restart. Got right into the back of Dillon, kind of slowed down. There was some smoke coming behind his car. And luckily, he did not cause a caution. Hamlin now starting to pull ahead again. Blaney closing on in. Now here's Chase Elliott in the mix, trying to pass Austin Dillon for 5th place. Blaney now closing in within a second behind. Busch roughly 2 seconds behind. There's some smoke coming out of Keselowski's car. He's in 7th. We ride the hood of Ryan Newman, who's currently in 20th. The last place car on the track, second to last place car overall. A bit disappointed in Newman. I thought he would have finished in like the top 12, but I guess not. I mean, the Kurt Busch he's in the top. He's actually in 12th. And Tyler Reddick, they both had their incidents where they were both very far behind, but ultimately, they've come back well, and hey, they'll actually get like respectable finishes here. Look at Busch for 11th place. Side by side with Eric Jones here. He's going to pass him. Hey, here Busch, if he could get a 10th place finish at this, I would be very impressed. We'll see what will happen, though. So now it looks like Jones is going to pass on the inside. Now here's Newman showing him behind Ty Dillon. They'll head off into turn 2. Goodness, this drone is not doing his job paying attention on the cars. Whoever's controlling that drone. Cool feature, great camera angle, but like focus on the race, not the grass. Showing that the Xfinity Series logo on the grass. Like, We know Xfinity's going to be here on Saturday. I know, it's exciting. Racing's back. So one thing I hope they improve is the drone cameras. Great idea. Just make it more of the race, I guess, sometimes on the scenery at the track. Unless it's during a caution, then do whatever you want. Well, enough of me rambling. Harvick, we take a look at his car. He's in 18th. He did have that crash. What was it, like the 4th, 5th lap? Yeah, not looking good. Oh, my goodness. 4 wide there. Kurt Busch. This guy just put himself in the 9th past both Rick and Davidetto, and now he's going to go on the outside here on on the inside, on Keselowski. Now we have a battle for the lead. Truex and Hamlin with Blaney right there as well. Blaney's in striking distance for the lead. And now look at this. Truex on the inside. Hamlin's going to keep the lead, though, on the outside. They switch, and Truex is going to go for the lead. On the inside, but here comes Blaney. Blaney gets a push. Heading into turn 3, he gets a little bit of momentum. Blaney's going to pass Hamlin. Truex, though, really starting to pull ahead. Blaney now in 2nd as they head down the back straightaway. Now they're going to have to take the turn. There's still 8 laps to go. That's like 25 on a regular race. So there's still plenty of time here as, Reddick went in on the inside on Keselowski, trying to make the pass, and then they both make contact. And, Truex is in the wall! Oh, no, Martin Truex Jr. is in the wall! And that means Blaney's going to be your leader. Oh, my gosh. And Truex slams into the wall again. This is another case where I think the axles in the car may have just broken the wrong second. Truex completely botches the turn. Not really his fault. Again, I think it's the brakes of the engine or something that messed him up there, made him crash into the wall, and that's going to pretty much be the end of Truex's night in a race where he's been running in the top pretty much 8 the entire time. He's now going to have to finish with a 20th place finish, and that is really unfortunate. But again, it's just like what happened to Kurt Busch. It's just the tires. I think you try and make the quick turn. Perhaps he went too quick, and I think the axles got caught. And then Truex goes into the wall, so now it's going to be Blaney, Hamlin, Elliott, your top 3, and that is so unfortunate what happened to Ryan Truex again. He should be getting a top 3 finish tonight. He 100% deserves it. All right. Take a look again. We're taking a look at all the crashes we've had before. We had the Harvick crash. Then we had the Truex misses the check lane. So we had to fight back. Then we had the Kurt Busch overshoots turn 1. He saved that from being a crash, which was incredible. Then we had the Cole Custer. His car broke down and eventually caught on fire. And then moments ago, Truex overshoots turn 3, and Ryan Blaney is to the front as Truex side bashes off the wall. And now Truex is going to ride his car off. So Truex is out for the rest of the race. 20th place finish is where he's going to be. That's unfortunate because, again, I feel like not top 3, 100% deserve to be in the top 5 tonight. That sucks. that crash had to happen. And, it's like an unavoidable one too. It's not like someone rammed in the back of him and he hit the wall. It's like his car just failed on him at the wrong place at the wrong time. His car just kind of slowed down and eventually crashed the wall, which stinks. So now we have Blaney, Hamlin, Elliott, Busch, or Kyle, that is. And then Bowman, your top 5. That'd be something if Alex Bowman could win in that 48, because, of course, Johnson didn't win in the last, 2 years of his career or something like that. So that would be pretty wild if Alex Bowman was to get the victory in that 48. I mean, that would be cool, but at the same time, that would be very surprising. Also, anyone can let me know in the comments how well Clint Boyer's doing in the broadcast booth. I know this is his first broadcast. Wonder how he's doing. I've been seeing a lot of Clint Boyer and Jeff Gordon commercials, so that's kind of cool. Oh, there it is. Looks like Boyer just made them laugh. Dang it, I missed it. There's got to be YouTube compilations out there. They're just like, oh, Clint Boyer, funniest broadcasting moments or something. That's the one thing that I'm not going to like about commentating the races this year is I'm not going to be able to hear how funny Clint Boyer is. We have to watch the race recaps to listen to him, I guess. It looks like there is a few cars hanging to pit road. Yeah, Blaney, Hamlin, Busch, Bowman, Dillon, Keselowski, Byron, Jones, Devedito. Looks like Busch is now getting his tires fixed. No gas. Hamlin, no gas. Getting his tires fixed as well. Blaney getting his tires done as well. Again, no one gassed, though. No one's getting gas. Keselowski's out of his pit box. So is Busch. Busch beat out Hamlin. Bowman's out. Looks like Blaney's going to win the race off of pit road, though. He stays in first. Bowman moves up 2 spots. Hamlin goes down 2. Keselowski goes up 1. Byron goes up 2. Remember, William Byron just 3 laps ago was racing with a flat tire. And the fact that he's now, in the top 10? That's impressive. That goes to show you how crazy these road courses can get. Yeah, Chase Elliott. So I think Chase Elliott's now the leader. And I'm curious. Elliott didn't go into pit road. That's interesting. But it looks like, hey, if he can keep his gas for the next 6 laps, he's going to be fine. So Chase Elliott probably just won this race, to be completely real here. Or I guess, yeah, pretty much. I mean, he's the only one in the top 5 or 6 that didn't go into the pits. That's good. All right. Yeah, I think Elliott may have honestly just won this race because, yeah, you didn't go for pits and everyone else in the top 7 did. All right. All right, everyone. Just make a little quick update for you right now. I am going on Instagram Live on my I'm going on Instagram Live right now. So if you see me talking to some people on Instagram, ignore that. Just talking to people on the Instagram so they can actually watch the racing. You know, we can have some more conversations. But it's looking like this race is going to come down to the final few laps here. We're going to have 5 laps to go right here. Green flag is out. Chase Elliott in the lead. Kurt Busch, Tyler Reddick, Joey Logano, and Chris Buescher, your top 5. And going on into turn 1 again, Busch almost overjumps the first turn. That's been his situation. That's been his problem all night long. And now Busch goes from 4th to 5th. That's unfortunate. Hope for some hockey. I know, Gary. Don't worry. We'll be back with some hockey broadcast. Well, I mean, Power Skate shows tomorrow. But I think my next hockey broadcast is going to be on Friday. But, you know, it was the first NASCAR, well, quote-unquote first NASCAR race tonight. I had no choice but to do it, right? It's the Busch Classic. But got to get excited for the Daytona 500. Am I right? What's up, Lennon? Thanks for tuning in on the Insta Live as well. Almost knocked over my phone. That would have been not good. Anyway, they're heading off into turn 2. Elliott ahead by 65 tenths of a second. Blaney and Buescher going at it for 3rd place. Blaney passes him on the inside. And so now Ryan Blaney comes into 3rd here. Now Blaney comes down the back straightaway. However, Elliott's still pretty good distance away from both Blaney and Joey Logano. And, of course, Elliott won 5 races on road courses so far in his career. Try to win another one here. Appreciate everyone stopping by. 5 laps to go in this one. Thanks, Isaac, for tuning in. Annette, thanks for tuning in, too. Why the NASCAR gods hate you? I don't know, London. Why do the NASCAR gods hate you? Because Kyle Busch is in 6th? I don't know. 4 laps to go. Elliott's ahead still. And now Kurt Busch is going in pit road. Uh-oh. That's not good. Jason Joey. I'm sorry, man. I know. I don't like Joey Logano either. I'm with you on that one. Blaney closing on in on Logano, though. And look at this. Blaney on the inside gets 2nd. Oh, and there's contact between Buescher and Reddick. And it looks like Buescher's going to stay in 4th. Blaney now ahead of Logano for 2nd. Blaney now closing the gap on Logano. Logano's about a second and about 6 tenths ahead of Blaney now. Oh, thanks, Lang. You joined my Ryan Blaney bandwagon. I appreciate it. All right. 4 laps to go. They're heading off into turn 2, and now they're going to head down the back straightaway. And now Matthew DiBenedetto creating separation from Eric Almirola there as they head off into turn 2. And here's Alex Bowman on the pass for Tyler Reddick. This is a battle for 5th. They also got Chris Buescher right ahead of him. Looks like going to the grass for a split second. Reddick's going to stay ahead in 5th. Busch now in 7th. And Elliott really starting to pull away from Blaney here. And now Keselowski. Look like something's going on with his car now. Oh, and he's getting it back up and running. Keselowski was in 8th. And now Buescher spins. And he takes out Bowman. And this is going to be a caution. Chris Buescher overshoots the corner. Almost runs into Bowman. Oh, dear. Well, he just clipped him. Just clipped him. Wow. Let's take a look here again on this replay. Buescher goes on in. Oh, Reddick made contact. I didn't even see that. Reddick made contact. And Bucher slid up the track, and again, he made Bowman hit the wall by accident. What's up, Sam? Thanks for stopping by. Huge turning point here. 4 laps to go, and we got a caution. Wow. So we could be heading into green, white, checkered here. Or just a 1-lap sprint. Either one of the two. Are we staying green? No way we're staying green. We're staying green, eh? Wow. So Chase Elliott now ahead just by 48 tenths of a second ahead of Blaney. Are you kidding? How is that not a caution? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Oh my gosh. How in the world is that not a caution? I have no idea. Because it ain't the last lap just yet. Usually they call those. I don't know. It must be like a road course thing. This is on a regular track. They would have hands down threw the flag out there. Because, I mean, think about it. He ran into, sure, he saved him from hitting into the wall, but he made Bowman hit the wall. And now Bowman's in 7th instead of 3rd or 4th or whatever he was. I think he was in 4th when the slid happened by Chris Bucher. I don't get that. Now, poor Bucher, he's in 17th now. Kozlowski in 18th, too. Yikes. Anyway, Elliott still leading. We head into turn 4. Down to the final 2 laps we go. Marco, thanks for stopping by. Look at Busch on the inside, passing Reddick. This is for 4th, excuse me. Logano in 3rd, but he's still about a second ahead of Busch. Blaney trying to close the gap. Now getting on the bumper of Elliott. Trying to go in on the inside. There's 2 laps to go. If you're going to make a pass, you got to do it now. Blocked off by Elliott. Elliott takes the way outside. Blaney trying to fight on the inside. Side by side they go. Elliott almost loses his control. And now Blaney's ahead. My goodness. Now here's Elliott trying to squeeze it on the inside. Blaney now remains in front. Blaney with Elliott right on his tail. Oh my goodness. No, Mark, this race does not actually count. This is pretty much the NASCAR version of a preseason race because they have the actual qualifying tomorrow. Anyway, Blaney now well ahead. Heading into the back straightaway. Elliott's going to try to close the gap, though. He's only 50 tenths of a second behind. Blaney now goes into the grass momentarily. Elliott almost loses control. Keeps control, though. And now they'll head off into turn 3. Blaney now heading off and starting to create even more separation from Elliott as we are about to approach the white flag. Well, you got to keep on going, though. Elliott closes the gap quickly. Now it's only 30 tenths of a second. We're going to be side by side to the finish here. This is going to be wild. White flag is out. Blaney in front. Elliott not far behind him. Last lap. Busch just got 3rd place from Logano, but he's 3 seconds behind. So unless Blaney and Elliott wreck each other, I don't know if we're going to really see a 3-way battle for first. Blaney, though, still in front, blocking off Elliott. There's a little bit of smoke coming out of Blaney's car. Elliott tries going on the inside. He blocks him off. Ryan Blaney, the pole sitter. Going to stay ahead here. Oh, look at Elliott catching up. Elliott trying to go in on the outside there, but Blaney's got to block him off. Oh, my goodness. Blaney's still going strong as they're going to head off into turn 2. Blaney now takes the way outside, but so does Elliott, so that's not going to help his cause. Now we're going to head down the back straightaway. Here we go. 50 tenths of a second for Blaney. Goodness, thanks everyone for tuning in. Halfway through the final lap here. Mad close here. 40 tenths of a second now. Blaney just gets control of his car back. Elliott trying to go in on the inside, and Blaney's going to block him off here. You got to be kidding. Down into turn 3. Blaney's still going to block him off, blocking up Elliott up high. Elliott's got to go to the inside pretty much right now. And now here they go, side by side, heading into the final obstacle. Blaney is hit by Elliott. They make contact. Busch now on the inside. Kyle Busch is going to take it. Oh, you've got to be kidding. Chase Elliott spins out Ryan Blaney. And it's going to be Kyle Busch with the win. That's for you, Lennon. That one's for you, man. Oh, my goodness. I'm ripped. I like Ryan Blaney. He's my favorite driver. I'm ripped right now, man. What is he finishing? 13th? Come on. Oh, I hate Chase Elliott for that so bad. Well, there you go. Kyle Busch is your winner of the Busch Classic. Round of applause. And Blaney, left-hand side of his car is destroyed. Chase did me like that, man. Ugh. My goodness. Elliott was too worried about focusing on Blaney, and then Kyle Busch, by the time they made contact, Busch was only about a second behind. So this was very easy for Kyle Busch to make the pass. Oh, yeah, clearly. Blaney side first into the wall. No caution, obviously, because it's the last lap. You got to let the boys race at that point. And then, yeah, that crash made Elliott slow way down, and Kyle Busch just goes in for the easy victory. Wasn't that the first lap Busch even led? That was nuts. That was a good finish. That was a great finish. Congrats to Kyle Busch, man. He wins the Busch 500. Shades of Sunday? Hey, I hope so. If Blaney don't win, I wouldn't mind if it's Kyle Busch. So Kyle Busch, please win again on Sunday. I wouldn't mind that. Or Blaney can get his revenge. I'd be cool with that too. Thank goodness only the Busch Classic. If this was an actual race right now, I would be raging right now if this was the Daytona 500. And that happened, and Elliott tried to actually crash into Blaney. But it's only the Busch Classic, so we're fine. I'm not that upset. Although the Ryan Blaney fan of me's dead. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. I'm Grant Fluff from Flush Sport. Don't say, and have a good night on both the Instagram and the YouTube side. Hit you on the flip side. Tomorrow's Power Skate show, that'll actually be on Sportscaster, and then my next YouTube / Instagram broadcast will probably be Thursday. YouTube, I'm doing the full game of the Celtics and Raptors, and for Instagram, I'll probably just do the fourth quarter, or some of the fourth quarter. But yeah, Celtics Raptors Thursday night will be the one I'm doing next. So yeah, what's up, Connor? Thanks for stopping by. How do I flip my camera here? There we go. Who's the best race car driver of all time? Oof, I gotta say Richard Petty on that one. That's a good question, but I gotta say Richard Petty. Could say Jimmy Johnson, but no, I gotta go with Richard Petty on that one. Or Dale Earnhardt. Drew, Ryan, what's up, everyone? Thanks for stopping by here on this short broadcast. Appreciate it all. All right, well, I'm going to go wrap up the broadcast. See you guys on the YouTube. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And you on the Instagram, enjoy